Jimmy Fallon doesn't know, David Letterman doesn't know.
We don't know.
All the comics and show business don't know what this is.
What happens when the world's funniest man decides he's had enough of Hollywood's lies? Jim Carrey didn't just walk away from fame. He tore down the curtain and told us everything. But was it bravery or the ramblings of a man who had finally seen too much? Let's peel back the layers of Jim Carrey's career and discover the truth Hollywood never wanted us to see. Once upon a time, Jim Carrey bought into Hollywood's dream. Fame, fortune, a red carpet to immortality. It was all within reach. But there's a catch they don't tell you about. The closer you get to the top, the lonelier it becomes. And for Jim, the dream wasn't just empty, it was a lie.
I don't believe in personalities. I believe that peace lies beyond personality.
What would you do if you achieved everything you ever wanted, only to realize it wasn't real? Carrey, the man who made us laugh until our sides hurt, was battling demons behind the scenes. Sure, he had billions in box office hits and an endless stream of adoring fans, but as he once put it, I thought I had made it, but I was still empty. What does that say about Hollywood's promise of happiness? Jim Carrey's story didn't start in the limelight. It started in a Volkswagen van parked somewhere in Canada. That's where his family lived, scraping by after his father lost his job. If laughter is the best medicine, then Jim's humor was forged in survival. My father could have been a great comedian, but he chose a safe job. I learned that you can fail at what you don't want, so you might as well take a chance on doing what you love, Carrey once said. But love didn't always love him back. His first stand-up performance? A disaster. The audience literally chanted, "Crucify him." Yeah, not exactly a warm welcome. And yet, he didn't quit. Because sometimes, failure isn't a stop sign, it's just a detour. Hollywood's gatekeepers were tough on Jim. He was rejected by Saturday Night Live in 1980. Ouch. Then there was The Duck Factory, a sitcom so underwhelming it didn't last a season.
Actually seen a mirror on the ceiling before. Buddy liked to shave in bed.
Had an air conditioner. We're sweating our...
Critics complained that Jim wasn't funny enough. Imagine that. The guy who would go on to star in Dumb and Dumber wasn't funny enough. Did these critics also think Picasso's doodles were a bit amateurish? But Jim wasn't just chasing laughs, he was chasing approval. And Hollywood made sure he worked for it. Each small victory, like opening for Rodney Dangerfield or getting on The Tonight Show, came with its share of letdowns. They loved him in the clubs but wouldn't give him a real shot. Why? Because his style was too weird, too unpredictable. 2. Jim Carrey. Then came the 90s, the golden age for Jim Carrey, or so it seemed. With back-to-back hits like Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, and The Mask, he wasn't just a comedian, he was a box office king. Hollywood finally rolled out the red carpet. But even as his movies raked in billions, Jim started to see the cracks in the facade. I had to stop taking myself seriously because I realized Hollywood didn't take anyone seriously. Is it really success if you feel like a puppet, or is it just a shinier form of failure? Jim Carrey didn't walk away from Hollywood, he unraveled it. With each role, he pushed boundaries, not just of comedy, but of what it means to be human. In The Truman Show, he explored the illusion of reality. In Man on the Moon, he became Andy Kaufman, blurring the line between actor and character.
Here I come to save the day.
There is no me. There is no you. There's just a cluster of tetrahedrons moving around together, Jim famously said in one baffling interview.
Not here. This is a dream.
It's just things happening. And there are clusters of tetrahedrons moving around together.
Okay.
Was he losing his mind? Or had he finally found it? Carrey didn't just leave Hollywood, he torched the bridge. He called it soulless, fake, and corrupt. And Hollywood, predictably, didn't like that. But he didn't care. He'd already seen the machine for what it was. A glittering facade built on exploitation and vanity. When you expose the magician's tricks, do you become a hero? Or just another enemy of the show? Jim Carrey didn't just entertain us. He challenged us to think differently. To question reality, to laugh at the absurd, and to find meaning in the chaos. But his awakening wasn't just about leaving Hollywood. It was about reminding us that maybe, just maybe, the biggest joke is believing the lies we're sold. What do you think? Was Jim Carrey a visionary or just another Hollywood casualty? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more deep dives into the untold stories of our favorite icons.